are associated with the second world on the Kabbalistic tree of life, Beria, and with the element of water. So they rule our emotions, our intuition. And they come right after the first spark of creation. They are the Divine Mother receiving that spark of creation. So here we have, very fitting, a cup, a chalice. You know, that is basically the epitome. We have the Holy Spirit coming in here, and this is the epitome of intuition and emotion, and an emotional new beginning, a relational new beginning, the essence of the Suit of Cups. This is usually a very happy card. And yeah, I've spoken in the past already about how you can open to the Holy Spirit by becoming more receptive, by really dropping, imagining yourself as a chalice, and you, or like your senses as openings, sacred openings, yonis of the flesh, you know, where life can pour into you and create that intimacy with life. And I personally think, you know, imagining your eyes in the back of your head and letting everything you look at pour into you is a very powerful practice for strengthening your intuition, just as much as it is for feeling that love that is inherent in everything, in all of creation, and the soul and the essence of all things. So it strengthens your intuition, while it also connects you to sensuality, to where it also helps you really open the senses and drop into the body. And I feel like this is the feminine art form that is needed on this planet now, is really connect in with sensuality, with our chalice nature, to receive life, to make love to life. And we need that in our patriarchal culture. So this is why I am very much in love with the Suit of Cups. And here we have the Ace. the two, Chokmah. The first manifestation, Venus in Cancer. We have the card for love, happy relationships, or romantic love, but also connection with people one-on-one in general. That's what this card is all about. The number 3 now, we have Mercury in Cancer, a group connecting, having fun with friends, you know, whereas this was more one-on-one, more intimate. This is about just having fun with friends, having a good time, celebrating. It could also be in a negative sense about a three-way relationship, or maybe in a positive, depending. I'm polyamorous, but some people are not. I've had this card come up in regards to cheating or third-party situations. Yeah. But it's Mercury in Cancer, so it's about communication, communicating, and you know, communication between friends and emotion, and people that feel like family and are emotionally close with Cancer. Yeah, the 4, we have Moon in Cancer. He is now refusing this cup. He's a little bit moody. So that's usually about apathy, boredom. Yeah, saying no to things, the spark having gone out. This is the 4, because the 4 is all about stability and emotional stability. This could be just being a little bit stagnant in your emotions. That's how Pamela Coleman Smith depicted it. Now we have the 5s. Remember, 5s are challenges. 5s are break up the stability of the 4. So now we see Mars in Scorpio, and we see the heartbreak card, or you know, the card of sadness. We see 3 cups spilled, but the way man is looking away in his sadness from the 2 cups that are still standing, because not everything is lost. You can find the light even in the darkest situations, or you can make the best of things if you will. But there's a small stream symbolizing emotions running through the dry land of his sadness. Yeah, it's the card many people read in love readings. Moving forward, moving deeper with Mars and Scorpio. Then afterwards, we try to reconcile. 6 is Sun in Scorpio. 6 again makes things happy again, stabilizes things again. The 6s are connected to Tiferet on the Kabbalistic tree of life, and that's the happy card of balance in the middle pillar, right? So this is the Sun in Scorpio. This is connecting, right? Nostalgia card, usually connecting back in with old friends, being with, people from your past, maybe family members, maybe children. And it's a positive card. 7 Venus in Scorpio breaks things up again and connects us to our desire nature. The 7th Sephiroth on the Kabbalistic tree of life is associated with Netzach, and that's ruled by Venus, and Venus rules desire. So we are being confronted with our desire nature in this card, Venus and Scorpio, and we don't know which of these cups to choose. We don't know which one of these cups to choose. Yeah, when this card comes up, it's about dreaming. Could be about manifestation or dreaming things, into reality, having many different choices and not being quite clear, things being out in the open. You're not really knowing where to go next, things being nebulous. The 8 now. In the 8, we walk away. Saturn and Pisces. We need to walk away from something that does not serve anymore, right? These cards are upright, and still he's walking away towards something better. 8s are hard, submission to the intellect. Yeah, he knows he's not happy here with Saturn and Pisces. He needs to move towards his true purpose and follow his intuition. Jupiter and Pisces. We are at the 9. He is happy. He's expansive. He has all his cups behind him. This is the wish fulfillment card. This is the fulfillment of the suit of cups. And the suit of cups is the suit of emotions and intuition. So let's remember, 9s are fulfillment, 10s are overflow. So the 9 of Cups is about emotional fulfillment, happiness. But he does seem to be a little lonely. That's the downside. But that's going to get resolved in the 10 because here we have a happy family, sharing happiness. Isn't that lovely? The happiness from the 9 spills over, and now you create more people. And share your happiness. That's a rainbow. After everything we've been through in the 5, now there's a happy ending. It's Mars and Pisces expansion. Lovely. So we have the page in the next, the next card is the page, obviously. We are now at the court cards, pages, knights, and kings. And he is very imaginative. He's talking to a fish here. A fish in a cup. He's talking to a fish. So he has to be quite imaginative. He is, exploring his imagination. He's that creative child that cannot stop playing with dolls and imagining all these new storylines. He is just having fun. So this is about a like with the this is about a new beginning in relationships, maybe, or a creative endeavor that is just starting, and you are making small successes. You are being successful in a small way. You're not a king yet, but you're starting and you're learning and you're open-minded and creative, and that is pretty good. You're very imaginative. Lovely. Yeah. Earth of water. Also, it could be a little bit immaturity. Like if you get this card in relation to a grown man who cannot clean his room because he's still trying to become a famous musician at 45, and he's just not very grounded. I'm the first person to support your dreams, no matter your age. Do your life, do what you want, live your dreams. Life is too short. But this could be related to immaturity. Just saying, in a bad, in a negative context. Yeah. Nice. Knight. Now he's either Scorpio mainly, last decanate of Libra and the first two of Scorpio, or he is Pisces, first two decanates of Pisces and the last one of Aquarius, depending on how you read. I've had this card come up a lot in regards to a specific Scorpio in my life. But he could also be Pisces. So look at definitely a water sign. Definitely, he's like a knight, like a Grail's knight. He's been out on the hunt for the Holy Grail, and now he's found it and bringing it back to the Queen. Yeah. His helmet has wings, so he's just very creative, and he is that active, either fire or air, of water, depending on how you read. But if you just say fire, because I've used this example with the Wands, with the Knight of Wands as well, if you just put him as fire of water, he would be, they cancel each other out in a way, right? So that's also interesting how this could be a little debilitating, but he is very much the forward moving part of water. So he is a poet, he is charming, he's a womanizer, he tells you everything you want to hear, but he does not necessarily always follow through. He is, he could be, he could be a little bit of an airhead. That would be, if you associated knights with air, that would be more fitting then. But he could be very much, he could be just, he could burn out quite quickly, right? He could just be that guy that love bombs you, is incredibly charming, and then disappears after 2 weeks. He could be that. But he's definitely someone who would write you love poems and songs. Yeah. Now the Queen, Water of Water. She's the intuitive mother. Oh my God, I love this woman so much. I love this Queen. She's a tarot reader. I'm sure she is. She has an elaborate cap here that she's looking at. She's connected to the first two decanates of Cancer. And she's looking at her cup. She's so emotional. She's so deep. She's very intuitive. She knows exactly what you need to hear. And she's very, very nurturing and loving, yes. And she could lack boundaries. And the King. I've had this guy come up in relation to a specific Pisces in my life. But you could also see him as Scorpio. Yeah. He is now the manager. He's the creative director. He has things under control. If you see him as air of water, he knows what to do. He knows what to do. He knows how to organize a creative project, how to make it actually happen. Yeah. He's very loving. He's emotionally mature, so he won't disappear after 2 weeks like the Knight. He will be there for you, take care of you. Yeah. He knows his emotions. That would be the Cups.